Welcome back to another episode of the Ratchet Ramblings podcast presented to you by the CSPN. I'm one half of your host, as always, Jeremy, aka Black Dante, aka Confucius, aka Niggas Against Co-Workers, aka Your Uncle Smells Like Cool Water and Bojangles Biscuits, and I am that uncle. And I'm joined by my homie and my co-host, as always.
Yeah, it's your girl Candace, aka Intense Desire, aka y'all niggas broke and always complaining about child support, aka just use a fucking condom. Holy hell. But yeah, we back for another week. We took a break last week and we are ready to shade Ratchet TV down.
That is correct. Also, I would just like to piggyback and add, Candice, I have discovered through my interactions with straight males, particularly black straight males, offline and online, that accountability, child support, and sexism are trigger words for niggas. If you ever online and you being harassed by niggas and you want them to go away, just type in your 140 or 280 characters. Just type in child support over and over, and them they will go away because that is a trigger word for niggas.
Yeah, that's true.
If you ever wanna see straight black male tears, just type in child support and just watch the waterworks. Get you some Uggs, some pumpkin spice, live your best white woman of color life, and just watch niggas turn into Mario Winans. Yeah. Speaking of, real quick, I was thinking about this at work. Who was the sadder person or the sadder singer, Mario Winans or Carl Thomas?
Carl Thomas, cause he got multiple albums just whining, crying.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
he was really hurt.
He was. That nigga said, that nigga
That
said,
nigga said, "Inside my heart is slowly dying." Like,
yes. That nigga
he,
said, I wish. He said, I know you got a family, but what about me?
yep.
He said, I know you got kids, but what about me? What about I and what we had? That was a hurt ass nigga. So yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah. I mean, Mario Winans was crying in the tub. He was. But you're right that Carl had multiple hits in the album. So yeah, yeah. But we are back with another dragon of wigs, hairlines, and everything under the sun. As always, you can find our podcast on CSPN Network. Go to cspn.us and click that podcast tab and look at Ratchet Ramblings and listen to all of our episodes thus far with all of our wonderful guests, from Curtis, who will be making a monthly appearance, Lexi, Tay, our boy Rod. Speaking of, I was on Rod's podcast with him and his lovely wife Karen, recapping The Walking Dead. So for any of y'all that are Walking Dead fans, go to the blackguywhotips.com, and the very last episode I was on, and we had a nigga ass time. Um, and if you like all of our shows on the CSPN, go to that click our podcast free tab and shop with all of our sponsors. And a portion of each purchase that you make will go to the head nigga in charge, classic material, to keep the lights on and keep all of our shows free, so you won't have to pay to listen to me sound like a Ford Taurus assembly line. And with that, I think that's all the church announcements. Candace, you got anything before we get into this shit?
No, I'm ready to jump right into it. Taking a week off, you got a lot to say when you come back. I can't wait.
So, what you want to start with first? Love and hip hop or Black Ink?
Let's get love and hip hop out the way.
Yes. So, Love and Hip Hop New York is back. I gotta say, I think we are going to get some theater with Love and Hip Hop New York this season, because the first episode, we got a lot of bad wigs, a lot of bad wigs. Uh,
So let's get this one thing out the way. Bianca and this other girl, Brie, they are the literal Spider-Man pointing at Spider-Man meme.
They are.
They look alike, they sound alike, they act alike, they wear the same color hair, they got the same color fashion. Like this shit is like if I hadn't seen them in the same room together, I would think it was on some double personality type shit.
Like Dr. Jekyll
Like
and Mr. Hyde.
yeah, like good twin, evil twin shit because it's low key hard to tell them apart until they start dragging the other.
Mm-hmm. And I will say this: they are the same. I will say that what's the child name? Brittany Taylor. In my opinion, I think she is like a knockoff version of Bianca, which ain't kind of saying much because Bianca really kind of like a knockoff version of herself. But um, but it was weird seeing them fight because it's like it's right, correct. Like the Spider-Man pointing at Spider-Man, and also like you know what? It's so insidious. Like it's right down to the wigs, though, Candace. These motherfuckers had the same damn wig.
So according to the girl, I don't know if her name is Brittany, Bridget, Brianna, Broke. Her name Broke.
Breeder Broke.
But Breeder Broke. But according to Bree, she says that Bianca has been kind of copying her style since like way back in the chicken noodle soup days, maybe. Like she says this has been going on for a long time.
Right.
And I'm just kind of like, it could be some truth to it, especially because our introduction to Bianca was chicken noodle soup, and she was a kid, and she looked like a kid. She made kid music, and
right.
So I don't necessarily put it past Brie that Bianca started picking up her image from her, but what's crazy is neither of them are making any waves musically to be fighting over who's copying who.
Like I
no,
wouldn't. I'm not saying that she's a liar, but at the same.
But I'm not saying I believe her. It's like
right.
It could be true, but it might not be true. But both of y'all so corny, does it even really matter? Like
right.
that.
Right. Like what you fighting for?
Like are y'all really are fighting over whose image is the corniest at this point? It's like y'all are
when neither one of you really have an image to fight over. So it's like, what you doing? I will say though, I will say that girl, Breeder Broke, that is her official name for this show, Breeder Broke. She committed one of the most head ass offenses when you got beef with somebody and you tell it. She told Bianca to square up. And she kept talking.
And didn't square up.
And didn't square up and allow Bianca to scope out exactly how she was going to attack this bitch. The whole time Brittany was talking, Bianca was just like, listen, when you tell somebody you going to square up with them and they don't say nothing, they just keep smiling at you and you just keep talking, you don't know how much in danger you are. Because that's all Bianca did. She just was letting her talk, and she was just sizing up her opponent, and she got her shoe thrown at her. And if it wasn't for that swift-ass security guard, I really believe Bianca would have drugged her in that club.
Correct.
Because that security guard got to Bianca quick. Because he knew Breeder Broke was in danger. She was going to get drugged like Tresha got drugged. Speaking of, that wig is still in the sands of Jamaica. It's dead morning.
Yep.
I just feel like every show or every other show, we should just acknowledge the fact that wig is dead and Tresha got drugged in Jamaica because it was that spectacular. I just feel like we should make a mention of that.
Yeah.
Also, go ahead.
Yeah, treasure wig. That wig might be in the ocean now. It might be swimming with the jellyfish.
Yeah.
It's perpetrating.
Yeah, we ain't never gonna find that wig. It's gonna be like Amelia Earhart. We ain't never gonna find it. Damn shame what they did to that wig.
More
Uh,
in that wig.
more on that wig. It's dead. More on it. Speaking of morning, so listen, I love Remy, but how can I say this? I love Remy, but I also at the same time kind of want her to leave us alone a little bit, just a tad.
So, yes, we often have differing opinions, but on this, I can agree. So, I'm going to tell you what led me to that. First, so apparently Remy and Little Kim are doing a song together, and it is speculated that it's a diss track at Nicki. So here's the thing. I want Remy's team to be honest with her about her beef with Nicki at this point.
Correct.
If you are trying to knock Nicki off her square, the only way you're going to be able to do that is with a number one album. At the very least, a number one song. Um, and God, I'm not talking about talent here, but I'm talking about buzz and what's going on right now. Right now, Remy cannot even compete with Cardi B. If we're
Right.
going to be honest, Cardi B has a number one song. So by herself, should I add? Because that's a big thing. Remy could get a hit, but some of her biggest hits have
Mhm.
not been uh at on her own merit. They've been Terror Squad. It's been songs with her and Fat Joe. Remy has yet to give us a single that is just her with no feature, and it shoots up the charts. So I feel like if Remy's gonna be in our face, I feel like if she wants to be relevant and be the queen, she needs to put out good music. Because her and Fat Joe had like a joint, they did like an album together, and that shit went double saran wrap.
It went $1. It went $1.
It went wax paper.
It did $1. $1 plastic cups at Dollar General.
The shit went parchment paper. It
That,
didn't
that's
do.
that.
You could
Right.
bake cookies on the album. It didn't do anything. And so also aside from the miscarriage thing, or it wasn't a miscarriage, it was an ectopic pregnancy she had. Aside from that, last season Remy and Pap's storyline is boring. um I don't foresee it being any different, based on the previews. Pap is trying to have his baby and Remy doesn't want to, and I wish he would be honest with Papoose and say, I don't want to have any more kids,
Yeah.
because she's pretty much stringing him along at this point. We gonna do it. I just want to get this other stuff out the way. I just want to do this. I just want to do that, and yada yada yada. And like, it's like I get it, but in all the time that she's been waiting to, or trying to focus on career stuff, she hasn't given us a solo album yet. She hasn't given us a solo song or a single that's really fire. So it's kind of like, just tell Papoose you don't want any more kids, and that's your right as a woman to tell a man, I don't want any more kids,
Yeah.
especially coming from an ectopic pregnancy, and your chances of having a successful pregnancy are less than one, because Remy is a bit older.
Correct.
She's had an ectopic pregnancy, and she's, if I'm not mistaken, she had to have one of her fallopian tubes removed after this last incident with the last pregnancy. And so I understand why she might not want to go through this process being in her 30s, having already suffered a really brutal pregnancy, and the baby didn't make it, and then talking about doing in vitro fertilization, and that's time consuming and it's financially time, because it's really expensive to do in vitro fertilization. Most couples who do that have to cover it out of pocket, because even the best insurances don't cover in vitro fertilization. They cover much less expensive forms of fertility treatments. So we're talking about them spending $10,000-$15,000 per IVF treatment. It's a lot for a woman to think about, and ultimately it's her body. And if she has decided that she does not want any more kids, that is fine. I just think she should be honest with Pap about it at this point.
Yeah, I feel like she is, and I could be wrong, but I just feel like she's so hell bent on like not crushing his dream. But it's like
Yep.
you have agency over your body. Like if
Yeah.
one you have agency over your body, and then two, like the points that you just made about the money and the insurance and stuff. If it's not possible, it's just not possible. And Pap, I know from always seeing from Pap, he seems like, yeah, he would be disappointed, but he would come to understand. And I mean, he don't have no choice but to understand, like it's not his body. So I feel like at this point Remy should just, like you said, focus on her career and be honest with Pap, and like go home and be a family woman. I will say this. I heard about the record that you did, that you talked about. And I didn't listen. I read the article and then I was listening to a podcast and they said that it's rumored to be about Nicki, but they saying it's not. But the lyrics, someone did a screenshot of the lyrics and stuff, and it was like, it's kind of like, y'all can say this ain't about Nicki, but it's kind of like, how can it not be about Nicki? And like, I get it, because at the same time, Nicki, I mean, it's kind of all she do, but like Nicki be throwing subliminals and stuff too. So like, I get it, but at the same time, like nobody outside at this point, nobody cares about this beef anymore. Like literally, nobody cares. Like nobody cares to hear from Nicki about it, and nobody cares to hear about it from Remy either. So I do want them to like just kind of leave us alone about it. Like it was like for anybody that's pretty much not a Nicki Minaj stan, like Remy won. So it's like, let it go, sis. Like you won. Like what more do you want? Like you can try to still be out here and try to produce like dope music, because I also agree with you. Like she can't really get with Nicki's buzz, because one, for everything that you said, and then I'll add to this. Like Nicki has a part of Nicki's demographic is something that Remy is just never going to get, and that's that crossover pop demographic. That's part of why Nicki is so successful. Like Remy is never gonna get that crossover. She's never gonna appeal to that crossover kind of like pop rap shit that Nicki does. So it's like that. Just be you, like, real, quote unquote. If you dope, people gonna fuck with you, and like people know that you are great. Like you can wrap circles around Nicki, and just like let it be. Let you do you and be great, and then let the rest fall where it may. I will say this: it was mad niggerish how it was mad niggerish how in the first episode this motherfucker just came into this event on a goddamn helicopter. That was mad niggerish. That was mad niggerish. I was like, Remy, what you doing? Girl, what is? We coming in on helicopters now? All right, you do you, Remy. Go ahead, you do you.
They must have a pretty dope budget.
I'm telling Mona got some, because Mona had what? She had a helicopter on she had a helicopter for Nostradamus. Then she got a helicopter. She got helicopter money for Remy. It got to be some. Somebody got, it's some helicopter budget money in there somewhere. But Speaking of Remy, I think this season Remy is gonna be Shady Boots auntie, cause she was shading the fuck out of she was shading the fuck out of damn Yandy about Mortal Kombat. She was shading the fuck out of her about that shit. She like, you not gonna call this nigga?
Well, yeah, I think that's because she's somebody who has been in jail and understands maybe what Medicis is going through, but at the same time, um, people life cannot stop because you're in jail.
Yeah.
And I'm not no Yandy fan at all. Matter of fact, I plan to read her for Phil too. But the fact of the matter is, if you don't want to be in a situation where you are limited to calling people at certain times and this, that, and the third, maybe
Not go to jail.
don't catch a RICO case.
Yeah. That's
Because the fact of the matter is, I don't know if you ever read the indictment against Mendices, because it is public and it's been posted before by some of the blogs. Mendices had been selling.
I read it though.
He had been selling drugs for a very, very long time before he got caught.
Mm-hmm.
He had been selling drugs for a long ass time before he got caught. So the whole, like, these niggas have opportunity to get out the game and they still don't. They get greedy. So that's not nobody's fault at this point.
Yeah, that's Menteece's. That's him. Cause yeah, it's been a while since I read it, but I did read the indictment. You're right. He had been selling drugs for
A long time. They said millions, right? They
Mm-hmm.
confiscated like millions and like they seized like millions in his assets and shit.
Yeah.
Like down
That
to
nigga,
like Rolex watches and shit.
mm-hmm. That nigga was selling as long as Neil Riley face.
Okay.
Too far? Okay, cool. All right.
Okay.
Moving
But
on.
yeah. So yeah, acting like it's everybody else's job to do the bid. Like, no. No, it's not. It's not. And expecting Yandy to sit by the phone waiting to talk to you instead of making money, because let's be completely honest, Mendices has to pay restitution as well. Like
Mm-hmm.
he has strenuous legal fees and this, that, and the third. So I don't even think he's getting a check from Love and Hip Hop because he doesn't physically appear on the show anymore.
Right.
So everything is on Yandy.
Yeah, I wonder if it's in like any. I wonder if in her contract or his contract or whatever that his Love and Hip Hop check go to her. I wonder.
I don't think he get a Love and Hip Hop check anymore. But when he first went to jail and maybe he appeared on a couple phone calls, I think they do. I'm not sure.
Cause that I could see that. Cause yeah, you right. Like he can't get a check if he not here. But like I was wondering like, do they pay him for like phone call appearances? You know, quote unquote, and like do that go?
I don't think he gets paid for that.
Yep. Yeah. Cause speaking of Yandy though. Speaking of Yandy.
Are we about to get on Mama Judy?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, do you want to do it now or later?
Now we since we talking about Yandy, well first, so you know Medicis called and Yandy was like, "Hey, you gonna have to call me back later."
And she was like, look, it ain't like you got nothing else to do. Hey, London.
Yeah. Say I just woke up, so I get my diaper changed. But
she gotta make her.
So first of all, I don't know if we have any diehard hip hop fans that listen to the show, but where the fuck did they dig Graf up from? Let's discuss that.
I did not know that nigga was still with us.
I was like, what grave did they get Graf from?
Like, nigga, did they do a seance to resurrect you, nigga? Did they use a Ouija board? Like, where the fuck you come from?
So that was the first thing. I'm like, who the fuck? Like,
thought that nigga was a specter for a minute. I'm like, nigga, is this the Omen? Like, what's going on here?
Right. And so, Why? How is Yandy trying to build a successful brand musically again without relevant artists?
Listen, Yandy been trying to build an empire for about 9 seasons, and
With nobody relevant. Like I'm trying to like the last relevant person Yandy represented was goddamn Jim Jones.
mm-hmm. Right.
So I'm just trying to figure out. I just want somebody to let me know,
Right.
please. Okay, somebody update me on what the hell is going on here because I am freaking confused.
Yeah. Somebody let us know what in the bundle is going on here.
Okay, yeah, that's the name of the show this week. What in the bundle? That's the name of the show this week. So Yandy ain't never had no less than 6 bundles in her head.
No less.
That's why her face always looks scrunched up because her neck hurt.
Hey, remember that joke you said where you were like, Yandy, you know Yandy got the neck for sucking dick because all the bundles she got.
Still applies.
Still. I was like, I just know her bundle's gonna give us one this season. I just know.
I know one gonna give out. One day her neck just gonna collapse like Wendy Williams.
All right.
Okay, too far. I'll accept that one today.
All right, that's enough.
So
I mean, you didn't lie, but still.
So the show, the scenes goes to Yandy and Graf and some type of photo shoot with a rented Rolls Royce and shit, and they talking, and Yandy like, you ashy. I can't have you out here ashy. And then she rubbing lotion on Graf's arm or elbow, and walk Big Tooth Judy.
Income overbite Meemaw.
Here come Gums McGee. And Judy, first of all, Judy walk in dressed for a prom.
All right.
Bitch, hey, what did you got going? Where was you on your way to before you stopped at this photo shoot? Judy thought she's about to jump in a picture with Graf.
I was at least gonna say she came out dressed like a diaper male black woman, but
she definitely did. She did dress like what's her name? What's the woman name? Elise Neal. Elise. Mm-hmm. It ain't Elise Neal. It's Elisa. I can't remember her name, but definitely when she tried on that baggy ass dress he bought for his mistress. Yes. That's exactly how Judy was dressed. Yes. With some kitten heels on.
Yeah, all right.
But Judy walk in while Yandy is putting lotion on Graf, and she like get to going off like, what is this about? What is you doing? She like, I'm a manager. This what I do. And I'm just like, okay, guys. And so on Twitter, I got some pushback on Twitter because I said that I do kind of agree with Judy. There was no reason for Yandy to be rubbing lotion on a grown-ass man elbow. And I got some pushback from people like, well, she a manager. That's what she's supposed to do. Is she also supposed to tie niggas' shoes too?
Yeah, I don't
necessarily, I'm not in the music business, so I don't know how shit works. But one thing that I can say is that you have to have a professional and a personal balance in your life, and getting caught rubbing lotion on the nigga's arms on national TV, I don't think that is the most appropriate thing. And somebody was like, well, he can't get the lotion on the clothes. Sometimes they rent it. This Graf, this ain't Drake. Like, I'm not being funny. This not Drake. This not Rick Ross. There wasn't no big wardrobe budget for this photo shoot. Graf got up that morning, got dressed, and came to the photo shoot.
See, you heard London. See, she agree with you.
Yeah. They like, what if he got to return the clothes? Like, this is Graf, guys.
I ain't gonna lie, hey, that whole set was going up there looking like it was gonna be the finest of gas station records.
Like, guys, this is Graph. This is nobody important. Why are we doing this?
You know, I don't think. Well, I can't control how how people do, and everybody got their opinion. But I don't think you said anything out of line because I mean, I was live tweeting, I was live tweeting for the show page, and I was like, it's kind of weird, but I mean, okay, like I was like, it for me, it was kind of like, why is there no one else here to like rub lotion on him? But whatever. Like whatever.
Yeah, like I understand that this not nobody super duper famous, so it ain't really like no huge ass budget and shit like that. Like I get that, I get it, but we not finna act like he couldn't just put a little lotion on his own elbow.
Yeah,
like y'all not finna do this with me on the Lord's Day.
Yeah, I agree. Like, for me, it was kind of like it's weird, but whatever. But yeah, it's like, I don't know why he couldn't just put the lotion on himself, because I was like, well, if the nigga actually like hand a nigga a bottle of Jergens, like, what's going on? Like, what?
That was exactly it for me. Judy walk in and wild out. What is you doing? This don't look good. It didn't look good. And yada yada yada. Judy tried to fight. Hey, Judy tried to fight Graph and shit. She trying to run.
Hey, Graph was like, hey, he was, hey,
I like, somebody get their grandma.
Yeah, he did. I know he was thinking that. He said, but I know he was thinking it.
Somebody get their Mima. She wildin'.
He was like, man, we got to do a photo. We got to continue this.
Yeah, he was like, he's like, time is money, and I agree. And again, if Yandy had been doing the right thing, she would have never had that happen. Like I'm for real not trying to. Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like I agree, and then at the same time, like I feel like Judah would have found. I feel like Judah would have found something wrong anyway.
Yeah, I can agree to that.
Yeah.
Like no matter what, she would have walked in and had an attitude because.
Yeah, Yandy just helped her out.
Because Mendices is in his feelings, so he gave his mama that same energy to come through with.
Right. She would have found something wrong anyway. It's just Yandy didn't do herself any favors by doing something totally unnecessary. You could have handed that nigga a bottle of cocoa.
She act like the nigga was about to be butt naked, oiled up for a shoot or something. Like the camera's not about to be snapping his elbow. Like how his elbows don't even be in. Will we even see the nigga elbow? I think that was one of my questions. Like
I mean, first of all, like you say, it's Graph. Like what we do? Like it's Graph.
Why is Graph even having a photo shoot and he don't have no current music out?
Right. Whom
do you think you are?
Hoops is having Graph on a cover for them in 2017. Hoops.
With no music out.
With no music. All that nigga got is a bandana and a small tank top.
So I was just trying to understand that myself. You know, it was really off-putting.
Yeah.
And then Judy...
You know what I feel like? You know what I think it was? I think people were just so off-put by Judy, and rightfully so, that they didn't think, like, it is kind of weird that Yandy is putting lotion on a grown-ass man that got arms and is not disabled.
And is not super famous.
Correct.
Like,
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, we didn't know that Graph was still with us, guys. I mean, what are we doing here? I mean, come on.
Exactly.
I don't know what tune. They must have found that nigga in the Starks tune. Motherfucker was up there next to Ned's statue. I had to make a Game of Thrones reference. That's my girl. Our girl, that's a fan of the show. Shoot, I can't remember her name right now, but she told me I was slipping on my Game of Thrones references, so I got to throw one in there for her.
Word.
But yeah, Judy. Hey, I dead ass thought Judy was gonna bite that nigga. I thought it was gonna be an episode of Jaws. Just A Sharknado. That's what I thought it was gonna be. An episode of
She
Sharknado.
do look like a shark. Now that you mention it.
Yeah, remember? I don't know if you remember. Remember Transformers, the animated series, and they had one that was like a.
Judy looked like a hammerhead shark.
She do. She look. One of them was a hammerhead shark transformer, and that's exactly what the fuck she looked like. I'm gonna Google that shit, see if I can find it. But you know what it is. You know what it is. She looked like Megatron from the first Transformers movie in the face.
All
That's
right.
what Martha looked like. Too far? Okay, cool. However, you didn't say I lied because you know I'm telling the truth. I'm just saying. Just saying. But,
you didn't lie, but still.
Okay, cool. I'll accept that one. Yeah, I'll accept that one. So I think that's it for Yandy and that shit. Man, this really is in his feelings though. That shit is hilarious to me. Nigga. A nigga with limited minutes is giving Yandy goddamn demands about why he locked up. I have goddamn howling. That shit, I was like the audacity of niggas. The audacity of you to be locked up and telling me what the fuck I can do.
Hey, when Yandy said he got too much time on his hands, bitch, he in jail. Like, this how you know Yandy don't have them all. Cause she really said a nigga in jail got too much free time.
Listen, when she said
nigga
that,
really don't do nothing but stamp license plates and call you all day. Of course he got too much time on his hands. What the fuck?
Look, when she said that, I didn't want to laugh, but goddamn it, that shit was funny. She said that nigga had too much time on his hands. I was like, yeah, no, you okay, sis?
Yeah, and so one of the blogs, I can't remember which one it was, maybe the Shade Room, maybe Famous or whatever. But they posted a picture from the show, like a screenshot of Yandy sitting at a desk in this big ass empty conference room talking on the phone. And if you zoom in, ain't no cord going to the phone. Dog, I'm so sick of goddamn Mona Scott not handling the small details.
Right. Like you
handle the small details.
You fucking up the church money, Mona.
Like if you gonna portray Yandy as a boss bitch, at least make sure the phone lines is plugged in. Goddamn.
At the very least, like if you're gonna fuck around expeditiously. You can't give her a phone with no cord. That is not theater. What are you doing, Mona? Tighten up. You fucking up. Tighten up. Listen, cause you fucking up with the brand. You fucking up the brand. You fucking up the church's money. You can't be out here half stepping. Give her at least let her have a phone, and at least let the phone have a connection. That's all we asking, Mona. Please.
Or at least just make it look like the phone is going somewhere. The shit look like you took it out of the box and sat it on the table and was like, pick that up. Like, what?
Right.
Bitch wasn't talking to nobody. That shit is mad creepy. And the fact that Yandy allowed it, like, I know that y'all be jumping through hoops for these goddamn reality TV checks.
The price of the brick has lowered or something, because goddamn, can't even get a cord for the fucking phone. Mona, what you doing? But so I think that's it for so we have new people that we don't care about.
Trying to think. That one chick that's married.
The one chick that's married to the nigga that was in the Trojan War.
Yeah, she married to Pablo Escobar. The one thing I'm going to enjoy about seeing them on this season is the whole dynamic of sugar babies and sugar daddies, because a lot of women get that type of relationship twisted real bad. Like they think it's so easy to handle. And this woman is living proof that sometimes it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Because she is really like the nigga really gives her curfew and shit.
Right.
Like he like, I thought you would be home by like at least 8:00 in the evening. A grown woman got to be home by 8:00 in the evening
In New York.
Like, I just don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know.
That's weird as fuck. And then he ugly. Like, I mean, he
He
old.
old, he ugly, he out of shape. He not even one of those attractive older men with salt and pepper beards and
Right.
mustaches and hair. He just looked like he stink. Like, and so I know that she be cringing when he want to do Mr. Nasty time for a few minutes every couple months.
Right. Right. He just looked old. He looked decrepit. He looked like he looked like a bag of Air Force Ones. Like just like a bag of old shoes.
Yeah, he do look like a bag of old Reebok classics.
Right. Like New Balance.
That's been worn by somebody that weighed 800 pounds.
Correct.
Just ran over. Just rode hard and hung up wet.
Right. Like you ever seen like when people hang shoes on pole line?
Yeah.
On telephone lines? Like he looked like if somebody left some shoes hanging on the telephone line for about a week and then put them in a bag, it would be him. Too far? We're gonna go south on me? Okay, cool. But however,
he really looked greasy.
Right.
Like he don't wash his hair on a regular basis. Like, right. He looks like one of those type of people. And the crazy part is, like, in the preview, she is fucking everybody she could get her hands on. And it's because she's unfulfilled in her marriage. Like,
right. Because then we get the preview of, like, her,
and Rich. Her and Rich. And then in the first episode, it was her and some other niggas sitting on the couch in the club, right? Safari. Was it Safari? Because then wasn't it another nigga on that episode where he was like, "You looking good? You looking like a gift or something?" And she was like, "You should unwrap me."
Yeah. Now that you think it was one of the new niggas.
Yeah, it was one of the new guys. So it's like she is gonna spend all season cheating on her husband because she don't want to be with him, but she can't afford not to be with him.
Correct. So I don't know.
And that's one of those things where, like, we always see the extreme side. We always see the extremes. Like, we normally see, like, women settling for real broke men. But it's nice to see what happens when women go strictly for finance and no feelings. And now this woman does not want to be married to this man. Like, if she could afford not to be with him, she probably wouldn't be with him.
Correct. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think she like one of the only new women I'm looking forward to. Oh no, I take that back. So this episode, I hate when they bring on too many new people, and it take them like multiple episodes to roll everybody out. Because what I'm very interested in is, so you just gonna sneeze on mommy? Wow. You just gonna sneeze on me and laugh? Oh, and wave bye-bye? Okay.
Under the terrorism.
Yeah, she waving bye-bye. Like, bye-bye, don't talk to me no more about that. She like fake news.
She like no email.
But in the previews, they show Little Mo, whose husband is a serial cheater. Did you see that? Her and her husband are on there, and he's gonna be cheating on her this season with maybe Mariah Lynn. Or one of them white women, because it's like two of them. It's Mariah Lynn and some other white woman that Mariah Lynn ends up fighting.
Correct. They fighting for who's the biggest appropriator.
So, Little Mo and her husband on there, and he's cheating on her, and she's like trying to cheat back to make him mad and shit.
I am ready to see a little more act the plum ass fool. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie and act like I ain't ready and am excited to see her act like a goddamn fool. Cause
I'm not no huge Little Mo fan, but I, for the sake of the drama that she's gonna bring to the show, I'm gonna watch. But I forgot what she did or said on social media that like really turned me off from her.
it was
I
she a
just
head
cannot.
ass. I ain't a fan of her either. She a head ass,
She is a head
but
ass. But
drama, but she is a
I'm
head
here
ass.
for the drama because it looked like it's gonna be intense.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah. Um, can we briefly touch on how Monique said Cisco got fired and he has not shown up on New York this season?
Hey, Moniece is a lot of things, but it ain't about that. That nigga
Yeah.
dead. Got fired.
Cisco, we can unless he pops up this season, but even when I Googled, I didn't see mention of Cisco this season. So it looks like Cisco's contract with the Love and Hip Hop series has been terminated.
Mm. I'd say Moniece won that round.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at least he still got a contract and still got a check. I don't know what Cisco doing.
You know,
Oh hell,
I haven't seen anything about it, but are we gonna see Peter this season? Are Peter, Mina, and Tara on this season? Have they been in the credits?
I don't know because I don't
You know
know.
what? I'm petty enough to turn to my TV to see because I don't remember paying attention to the credits. So I got Comcast. We got one of those fancy remotes where you could talk into it. Love and Hip Hop New York.
He,
Yeah.
I don't know. He might cause he gonna be on that other show that we probably gonna plug in and watch that Marriage Boot Camp show, right? So I don't know if
Yeah,
that might
he
be a
is on
schedule
he is
conflict.
on he is on Marriage Boot Camp being a complete head ass.
A complete head ass. So I don't know. That might cut in the scheduling. I don't know. We'll see. But you might be right. I don't know.
Let's see. So I'm about to press play and see.
This is how committed to Ratchet TV we are, ladies and gentlemen.
Committed to it.
Theater.
Committed to the theater. We here for it all the time.
We don't take no days off from this theater.
No days off.
Uh, while are you looking for that? I'm trying to think. Is there anything else before we move to? Speaking of theater, Black Ink Chicago.
Uh
Let me go. Hold on. I'll be right back. Let me go get my phone and get my notes. I'm trying to see. Hold please.
oh, Safari is on New York. Safari
Yeah.
is back.
Speaking of,
Safari is back. Safari is
yeah.
back. So why won't VH1 give Safari a dating show for the love of Safari? Because Safari is basically bopping from one series to the next looking for a girlfriend. Like that's all he's after is a woman. He just want a girlfriend.
Yes. Safari is LL Cool J's music from the 90s right now.
So as I am like looking through this thing, Little Mo is married to a man with braids. So that was her first mistake. So this is never gonna.
You married to a man with braids in 2017. Are you okay?
Yep, she's married to a nigga with braids.
That was your first mistake. Okay. Why you got to pull it up? Does the nigga have light or light-ish eyes? Because that would be her second mistake.
No, it looked like he just got brown eyes.
Okay. 'Cause I was about to say, if he got braids and light eyes, like, girl, what you doing?
Nah, he don't have that. He just got braids. And he looked
Okay,
like a dinosaur in the face.
that is all right. That's
Okay.
all right.
I'm just saying. Yeah, so in the first episode they didn't do like a opening like title thing with none with showing who all on here. At least on demand they didn't. So I'm making a note to myself to see because I am shocked that I didn't see anything about Peter and Tara and Amina.
They might not be on this season because it might be a scheduling conflict thing. So they might not be on here. But speaking of Safari, um, did you get the sense that Safari mama and sisters were shading his past relationships and shading Nikki while they was talking to him?
Which Nikki?
Both of them. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely. So I'm kind of annoyed with the narrative that only women in Hollywood are getting plastic surgery and are fake because, like you said, you cannot talk about plastic surgery and fakeness without bringing up his first ex.
That is correct. That's correct.
So
Cause cause the whole time I was watching it, the more they talked, I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, wait. This sounds is it just me? Like I can sense some shade when it's being thrown because all this sounds like shade towards Nikki and not just Nikki and Hollywood because this got to apply to both of them. So um, but, but I do agree. It's kind of I guess I don't know. People still have that trope about Hollywood, like everything is fake in Hollywood and everything. I'm like, you can find fakeness anywhere. I mean, for God's sake, we got to love hip hop for damn near each region that matters. Like, come on.
yeah.
So I mean, for God's sake, we about to get a love and hip hop Miami. So like, what is going on? I don't know. I can't call it. But yeah, I can tell Safari's family is going. I feel like they're gonna make me laugh, but they're gonna say problematic stuff. And I know it's wrong, but they're gonna make me laugh. So I'm like, I'm gonna be sitting there with the Dumas face, and I don't know how to feel about it.
Hey, honey. So I had to Google. I'm trying to see who the whole cast is, but we can move on while it's loading. But
We'll come back to it.
We'll come back to it. But yeah.
So,
oh,
Black Ink Chicago. Woo. Woo. There's a lot to unpack here.
It is a lot to take in.
It's a lot to take in. A lot of teeth to take in. A lot of gnawing.
Big gums everywhere.
Yeah, a lot of chewing and gnawing. Just lot to get out here. So, where you want to start? Because I mean, it's so much.
Let's start at Van and Jen. So, Van needs to get over the fact that he's a felon, and when you a felon, you give away certain liberties and freedoms and such.
Hey, that's what the dead ass asked his parole. Like, so this mean I can't go nowhere, nigga?
Like, no. And then took it out on Jen, but at the same time, so let's unpack because I don't think we took a break, so we didn't discuss this last week's episode.
Yes.
So apparently Jen was on Snapchat and her nipple was out or some shit, and unless your nipples have detached from your body and they are desensitized and the nerve endings have been severed or something, you can feel as a woman, you can feel when your titty out.
Yeah. Free the nipple, as they say.
Like, I'm not even trying to be funny, but you could feel the air hitting your nipple when your nipple out. Like, so when Van saw the snap of her nipple being out, he had uh every reason to feel away, but the way in which he apparently handled it was very trash and very Van like.
Yeah,
Van is gonna van.
yeah. That's kind of where I'm in with it. I feel like he had a reason to be, cause to be like upset about it, but he went, like I said, he went about it in true Van fashion and kind of gave some. It kind of came off as kind of abusive to me, at least verbally abusive. Like he has a tendency.
Yes. So apparently he saw the snap and he started sending Jen disrespectful text messages, probably calling her all type of thoughts and this, that, and the
Yeah,
third. And
typical nigga shit.
typical bitch ass nigga shit.
Yeah,
Instead of asking like, hey, what's up with this? I got a problem with this.
yeah,
And then rectifying it. So Jen storms in the shop. And this is how, at first, I really wanted to like Jen and say that she's too good for Van, but I
but
don't think she is. I think she's just right for him because I'm not like, maybe I know, hopefully, just because it's for TV, she stormed in and created drama where this nigga work at because in any other circumstances, that is unfucking acceptable.
yeah. Did somebody else do that too?
Uh,
Wasn't it Nikki? Or am I thinking about somebody else?
Yes, it was Nikki, but she didn't storm in. This when she like when Ford's fake cousin showed up.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. And she
Yeah, the
came to the
fake,
shop.
yeah, the fake cousin shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so what's the bitch name again? Jen. Why can I never remember her name? Like this is the usual for me with her. Jen storms in, makes a scene, is cussing him out, is doing all this on the day that they have a photo shoot for a real prominent tattoo magazine, and she makes a scene. So I'm starting to believe that Jen and Van are just right for each other, which is why they're together.
Yeah. I don't think anybody. I don't think anybody else would put up with his shit other than her.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I truly don't.
Just
And
like
so
just like on like the kind of the reverse. Like I don't think anybody would put up with, well, not anybody, but you know, you get what I'm saying. Like I don't think anybody would put up with Nikki besides Ford.
yeah, yeah, I agree with that.
So, but yeah, that was he. Like I just didn't like that. I didn't like how he handled it. I didn't like that she stormed in like that either. And like I said, I don't know if it's just how they edited it or what, but I didn't like that either. But I also just didn't like how he handled it and how he talked to her and all that kind of shit either.
Yeah, I didn't care. I thought it was weird, but I'm really tired of Van acting like he don't know he a felon. My nigga, you just got out of jail like 6, 7 months ago or some shit. Like, nigga, what?
nigga, they still got your number fresh right now.
In the system. Nigga, your parole officer, probation officer, whoever he is still making checks by your house to make sure ain't no drug paraphernalia in the house and shit. Family, you a
Nigga,
felon.
they still got your bed crisp, right, fresh right now. The sheets, they still got your sheets fresh right now.
You a felon.
You are a goddamn felon.
And you made the conscious decision to do things to get you in that situation. So you not being able to go out the country because you on probation or parole or whatever the fuck, that's nobody's fault but your own, sweetheart. You literally went back to jail because you got caught with a gun in your glove compartment.
I told you. I told you. Accountability and responsibility are trigger words for niggas. I told you.
So it was just kind of like, give it a rest, sir.
Right. He really. Hey, that nigga gonna come out with a mixtape. He gonna come out with a. Remember that on episode where he met with Jen and he had that damn Mary J. Blige ass damn rap. That nigga gonna come out with a yes, London. That nigga gonna come out with a mixtape. Tears of a Felon. He is fucking weird and fat and soggy and lazy.
Ugly and
Like any kind of
immature
yes.
and ignorant and ill-equipped to do amazing tattoos and
That would never forget that fucking horrible ass tattoo he did for that woman. By her
Diamond from Crime Mob.
yes, that horrible tattoo was fucking horrible.
Hey, hood bitches love naming their kids king and loyalty and royalty and freedom and shit.
Black King.
I want to get my son royalty name tattooed on my neck. Bitch, shut up. And and hood niggas love naming their sons De Niro.
You know what?
Like, this my son Lil De Niro because he always gonna get to the cash. Shut your fucking ass up. Shut up.
Niggas love being fake deep, don't they?
De Niro. Fuck out of here.
De Niro.
Anyway, De Niro, because we about that money. Go to hell.
So name your baby a goddamn tech signature. If you don't get the fuck.
Go to hell. That's what you do. Name my son Cash, because you know what I'm about. You broke as fuck.
Right.
But, so...
Oh, shit.
So, as you, like, I want to be a fan of Charmaine so bad because she had, like, but she is so trifling all of the time. Like, she's even trifling in her relationship. She's like, I'm not even trying to be funny, but Charmaine doesn't seem to be a good person to anybody that she's around. She, like, so first off, Charmaine is the one that's, like, keeping the mess going with Kat and Ryan. She continues to tell the whole shop about the shit and bring it up repeatedly. Mm-hmm. And then her man with his weird ass says, okay, let's go on a trip. She invites the whole shop, pays for it for the whole shop, and doesn't tell him until he comes in the shop and they thanking him for the trip to Cabo.
Yeah, this nigga looking like, what y'all think of me for? Like, he did it. Like, they kept saying it, and he was like, what the fuck y'all talking about? and then as a couple trip. Like, Charmaine is a weirdo.
And so I'm like, the way I'm discussing people just moving from last episode to the one that just aired this week. So they get to Cabo, and Charmaine proceeds to tell everybody in the house about how her boyfriend's dick is curved.
Why would you say that? Why would you tell your coworkers? Why would you tell anybody that's not your man about his dick? What are you doing?
Everybody in the house uncomfortable, like Charmaine, like even he like Charmaine's, please stop discussing my dick with these strangers.
Right, he don't know these niggas, and even if he did know these niggas, I'm sure he don't want his dick discussed. Like, what are you doing?
So,
are you okay? No, the fuck you not okay. She thought that shit was gonna be flattering. Like,
she thought that shit was gonna be a hit, and everybody else was gonna be like, "Girl, me too." All the women is like, okay.
Right, they're like, why we need to know this? This ain't our business. Like, what you doing? She's such a damn goofy. Like, I just don't. How you that damn goofy? See, even London laughing at her. She don't know how she that damn goofy.
So after that, this is who all is on the trip so far. So last episode, Don and Ashley was gonna go, and Ashley like, I'm scared to fly because I'm iron deficient.
I know you tired of her. I know you tired of her.
So Don and Ashley wasn't gonna go last episode, but Ashley ended up saying Don could come. So Don come, and let me just say, I don't know if it was getting into the church or whatever, but Don has done a 180 from who we have seen in previous seasons.
I'm a fan of him this season. I really am.
After they started going to church, Don really has gotten his shit together.
Yeah,
And
he started washing.
he started praying. He started cleansing his soul and his body. He
started
took
wearing
some
clothes that fit.
he took some steps that allowed him to be able to let Ashley be a stay-at-home mom and enjoy her pregnancy.
He really
And
went from Ashley to classy.
yeah, he doesn't appear to be cheating or no crazy shit. He made amends with Charmaine, and so that's something that's going amazingly well.
And for once, in at least one scene in the season, he was the voice of damn reason, and that shit confused the fuck out of me.
Yeah, when he was discussing, depression and mental illness and things of that nature, he really was the voice of reason. And so he comes on a trip, and honestly, he's like one of the few people not in no drama the whole trip.
He just there to
He's
have fun.
chilling. Yeah, he's chilling. He just there to have fun. And so Ryan and Rachel are on the trip. Charmaine and her boyfriend, Junior and Lily are there. Nikki and Ford are there. Danielle initially said she wasn't going because Terrence didn't want to go. While we here, can we please, Danielle, please, if you ever listen, please just admit that you and Terrence not together.
Right.
Please.
You ain't got the lie to kick it.
You ain't got the lot of kick. We ain't seen Terrence one goddamn time this season.
Right, and we never will.
So, like, y'all not together. We know y'all not together. You know y'all not together. Y'all not together. God damn it. Right. Okay.
What's understood ain't got to be explained, and we know that you ain't with this nigga.
So, yeah. Y'all are not together, and you can stop pretending like you are. Cause I'm on Danielle's Instagram, and I don't see nan picture of Terrence on here.
Right.
Oh, I take that back.
What? Uh-oh.
I take that back. This is from 6 days ago.
Uh-oh.
It's a picture of her and Terrence, but I don't know how current it is. But she she got a picture of her hand. She don't have no engagement ring.
Well, maybe.
I literally see one picture of Terrence in like months of post. Like months. It's literally been like months of post. So again, I don't think they're together. And
I think she just lying to kick it.
Yeah. Like literally, I'm about to let me see what date this was. I'm back in August. Nothing. The next picture was from July. That was one of the last pictures of Terrence on her Instagram. So, yeah, July.
Well, so Danielle, right? Danielle initially wasn't gonna go, but she decides to go and
brings goddamn Rufus from Kim Possible.
Cat do look like Rufus.
Cat do look like Rufus. I'm about to, cause I got my phone in my hand, so I'm just about to be pulling everything up. Rufus, Kim Possible.
He does. Ooh, she does. She does, man. God.
She do look like a Nicki Mo, right? And that's just what it is.
Yeah, I mean, you can't debate facts. You can't debate facts, and the fact is, she looks like a Nicki Mo rat. She looks like Rufus. If you put some eyelashes and a wig on Rufus, it would be her.
First of all, I'm about to at you with these two images, and you about to be like, you motherfucker.
This ain't gonna end well. Oh hell, let me get my phone. Let me get my phone ready because this shit.
So yeah, so I'm just sitting here, and so Danielle, not only did she bring Kat, she didn't tell Kat what she was actually bringing her to. She told her that it was a girls' trip.
Right.
And she waits until they land in Cabo and says, oh, this is really a couple's trip, and Ryan and Rachel are here, and Ford and Nikki are here. Bitch, you are not her friend. You are not her friend. You are literally inviting her to a space with somebody who just whooped her ass earlier in the season.
Like, this is a setup.
Y'all is not the fuck friends. And, like, I just want her to stop acting like it. Because if you was my friend, you wouldn't do me like that. Correct. You would tell me who gonna be there and let me decide if I still want to come.
Correct. Like, that ain't no love in that. Like you said about Monique with Tierra, ain't no love in that. Ain't no friendship in that.
Yeah, it's just Danielle wants to keep her storyline. So if she got to be considered the messy bitch to keep her storyline, that's just what it's gonna be. So they no sooner, as soon as Kat and Danielle walk in, Nikki is like, "Why is she here?" And it's a valid question. It's a couple's trip. Why are you here?
Yeah. I mean, hey, it is valid. Like, why are you here? And and like you said, Danielle was nowhere to be. You motherfucker. I quit the podcast. I'm going to bed. Good. Why they got the same face? They got the same fucking expression in the side by side. Nigga, they both got to think on this expression in this goddamn side.
Even London laughing. London like, is that Rufus?
Mommy, is this what you go? She like, this a rerun? Nigga, they got the same fucking expression. Hey, and this side by side, Rufus and Kat look like they both just seen some tea. Nigga.
Yep, definitely. So now with that said, so Kat must have forgot. Like, Nikki must have slapped she must have slapped the memory out of Kat, because Kat was like, what's your problem, bitch? Nikki like, oh, I know you didn't just call me no bitch. And she was about to slap the taste out of her mouth again. And Nikki was like, remember what happened last time? Now, bitch, I gave you a 2-piece and a biscuit last time.
Right.
And so on Twitter, Ryan had tweeted 2-piece with a biscuit. He has since deleted it, but he for sure tweeted like, you remember that 2-piece with the biscuit.
Ryan messy as hell. We'll get to him in a little bit.
Yeah, because I got a little tea about Ryan.
Right.
So,
but Nick, she really did forget. Like Nikki really did. Nikki whoop. Like you know what it was? It was just like how on Love and Hip Hop New York, Rita Broke was just talking, and Bianca was just like, oh, okay, bitch. That's how Nikki was with Kat. She was like, why are you here? I'm like, Nikki was like, okay, bitch. I mollywopped your ass last time. All right, now keep playing.
And Kat talking about, what you mean? What happened last time? Oh, bitch, you know.
Right, you know. Don't get brand new. She must thought Danielle was gonna help her. She must thought Danielle was gonna have her back like hell. Danielle can't do shit with Nikki, and you can't either. Which is evident. We have the proof that you can't do shit with no damn Nikki.
Exactly.
She was up there flapping at Nikki like she got new teeth.
Mm-hmm. So I think this is a good time. Well, no. Let's get Junior and Lily out the way. So they get there. So let me just say this. I am not diagnosing Lily as an alcoholic, but I will say that there has been very few episodes where we haven't seen Lily like drunk and obnoxious as fuck.
Correct. She is so
So
unlikable.
so they get there. So first of all, Ryan broke his arm he said in the bounce house, but I think Rachel beat him. But Ryan broke his arm in last episode. He couldn't even tattoo the members from Bone Thugs and Harmony. Junior ended up doing it, and it was a dope ass tattoo from Junior.
Right.
Should I add?
Junior,
They
Cobra, and Ryan, damn near the only three in that damn shop that can tattoo.
Kat is an amazing tattoo artist, but she just has too much drama going to show you that. But Kat is one of the better tattoo artists on the
and
show.
Kat. I forgot. And Kat, you're right.
Yeah, Kat is really a good tattoo artist. So Ryan has a cast on his arm. Lily pushes Ryan in the pool.
And then proceeds in typical Lily fashion to act like
to double down in her wrongness when they're like, why the fuck would you do that?
Right.
Like,
didn't Rachel even say, why the fuck would you do that?
Yeah.
Correct. And she was like, then she like called him a princess pejoratively, like, are you okay?
Yeah. And Danielle, and as usual, Charmaine hyped it up.
Of course.
So like I want Charmaine to admit that she just doesn't like Ryan and she just wants to be on the show so that maybe Ryan could fire her and she could still stay on the show, because she spends a lot of time shading and disrespecting Ryan.
Correct.
For that to be her boss. For somebody who was helping her get out of debt when her shit fell apart last season and her car was getting repossessed.
Right. I mean,
Ryan went with her to help her get her car back when it got repossessed, but it had already been sent off to the auction. But Ryan was the only one in the shop that was going to help Charmaine with her financial situation. He was going to get her car at the impound.
I agree with that, and then I'll add on to that. Not only is Charmaine, but it's like nobody in that shop respects or likes Ryan, other than probably Cobra and Junior.
Yeah.
That's about all I can think of that I feel like actually likes and respects Ryan. Everybody else don't. Maybe Four and Don, maybe. But other than that, I can't think of nobody.
I just think it's Charmaine and Danielle. I think the rest of the shop loves Ryan.
Even Van?
Yeah, I think the reason we saw Van lash out so badly is because he felt like Ryan was leaving him behind.
Yeah.
Because according to
didn't they all grow up together, or am I mistaken in that?
From what I was told, Van was Ryan's mentor when he first got in the game at tattooing.
Ah.
So Van has to be significantly older than some of the shop. Like he has to be in his late 30s or some shit.
Well, I mean his neck older, so I mean
his body older.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not mistaken, Ryan is just like 30.
Yeah.
29, 30.
Yeah, that would make sense.
And him and Rachel are like high school sweethearts.
Yeah, that would make sense. Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down. But yeah. I agree. Nobody else respects or likes that nigga.
I don't think Charmaine and Danielle.
Yeah. Because, and for as much shit as they put up, that's why it was, Cobra is messy as hell, in her own right, it was like, how dare y'all to be
call anybody messy?
Right. Like, do you realize the level of shit that you two motherfuckers keep up?
In this shop?
Right. Like, are you?
Because let's do a brief little recap. Um, Going back to the earlier season, I don't know if you've had a chance to watch them, but when Don was cheating with Charmaine, Charmaine and Danielle was the one telling Ashley and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I caught up before we started. I caught up.
The season where Kat and Ryan was getting into it, Charmaine was instigating that when she
Mm-hmm.
threw Kat's materials and paintings and ink and shit away.
Yeah.
That was Charmaine when Kat gave her a 2-piece with a biscuit and some of that giblet gravy from Popeyes.
Yeah. You know what? Just real quick, that's got to be said that that's Cat only real significant win is beating up Charmaine.
I think she beat up Charmaine twice too.
That's sad though. Your
They
only
fought on 2 different occasions.
yeah, that's sad.
But
Your only victory, Charmaine.
yep. So Charmaine is always instigating some shit, and Danielle is right behind her. So, but so let's get to the main event. So Kat get there, and she's like, "I gotta tell you, girl, something." Like, oh my
Hello,
god,
Barbara. This
like
is Shirley.
she's like, I gotta talk to you guys. Oh my god. So like Ryan has been like texting me
This voice is
and
good though.
he's been like trying to like get me to be his side chick, and we hooked up at the cabin and we were talking and blah, blah, like, so she pretty much is saying that her and Ryan had sex at the cabin that one episode, and they were talking prior to, and Ryan got back with Rachel, and he didn't tell her that he had gotten back with Rachel. And when Kat found out, she ultimately moved to LA, and fast forward to here we are now, and now she wants to have a woman to woman with Rachel because she can't look her in the face and blah blah blah.
He wasn't man enough for me.
So before we go in on Kat, yeah, before we go in on Kat, before we go in on Kat, let's establish that Ryan is a cold piece of shit.
Correct.
Let's get that out the way. And for two,
Just because we going in on Cat, that does not absolve
Ryan,
at all.
exactly, Ryan is a piece of shit, and Ryan is a piece of shit for a couple reasons. One, even if nothing happened with him and Kat, there is no reason for him to let anybody in that shop blindside Rachel with that information that they was even in that bathroom together, undressed or possibly undressed or doing something crazy. Like the fact that he's bringing her around people who know what went on that cabin trip is like, where's the fucking respect?
Yeah, and then
like
you know how messy your shop is. Well, at least the prime two candidates, Charmaine and
yes. I'm not even being funny, but a free trip is not worth the drama that he's about to endure next episode.
Nigga, listen.
He brought Rachel on that trip knowing that the shop knows that something happened with him and Kat.
Right.
And Rachel don't know.
Like you walking head first smooth into drama.
And the other part is, I feel like what happened with Ryan and Kat was Ryan and Kat started talking.
Right.
But it wasn't official. Ryan and Rachel, who they have kids together, started, on some I think we can make it work shit. Ryan decided that he wants to be with Rachel. And that's fine. I don't think Ryan ever called Kat and was honest with her about getting back with Rachel. And she found out through the grapevine, like Charmaine or Danielle told her or some shit.
Because they told her what they messy ass.
Yeah. So I think that's what happened. Kat's feelings were really hurt. She had some opportunities in LA, and she moved to LA.
Right.
And fast forward, they invite Kat to this cabin trip because they feel like the shop falling apart. When Kat came back to that cabin trip, she knew that Ryan and Rachel were together and still proceeded to go in the bathroom with Ryan naked to try to fuck. For them to try to fuck. Not her try to fuck them, but I believe in that bathroom, had Charmaine not busted in to throw up, that Ryan and Kat would have fucked. I don't believe they hooked up fully at the cabin trip.
Right. I
Because
believe.
Ryan like, if my dick come out, it's staying out. So
Right.
that, and then the next day, Kat went down to talk to Ryan, like, you think anybody sees anything? You think anybody knows anything? And he's like, ain't shit happened. Chill out.
Right. I completely agree. I think they were en route to fucking, or the fucking was attempted, but it was deviated by Charmaine, and Ryan was just like, "Well, shit, it didn't happen, so
So
don't worry about it."
It ain't a big deal.
Right. So again, we're not just because we're about to go in on Cat does not absolve Ryan Law, because he
should have been honest with Rachel about what happened, and
right.
he wasn't. So he's about to allow Kat to be honest with her own version of the truth.
Right, and then we get to this shit, and Candace, I'm gonna let you go because I know you couldn't wait to drag the Cat. So go ahead.
So listen, if you choose to go to another woman about her man, don't let it be after you made a conscious decision to try to fuck him and you knew that he had a woman. That is my primary issue with Kat. It's that she knew that Ryan and Rachel were back together and still got drunk and tried to serve that pussy on the platter to Ryan. Now you can't look Rachel in the face. Because you wasn't thinking about looking Rachel in the face when you was trying to fuck Ryan in the bathroom at the cabin.
Right, you were trying to get fucked in the face by Ryan.
Okay.
Too far? Okay, cool. My bad. Continue.
You ain't lie. So this whole, I need to talk to her, I needed this, I need that, it's bullshit. And I'm calling it bullshit because I think Kat's biggest issue is Ryan chose to get back with Rachel over her, and she thought that her and Ryan were building something.
Right.
Because when Kat first got to LA, she had a new man, she had her own shop. She didn't even want to be bothered with Black Ink. They was calling her. She wasn't calling them to see how they was doing. Right. Her shit start falling apart. Her boyfriend tell her she a whiner, and all of a sudden she want to come back to the shop, and she want to come back to Chicago. First of all, why do you want to go back to a shop with a nigga who you claim is trying to treat you like a side chick?
Right.
Help me understand that. The math is not mathing with Kat. You think I'll be able to come back to the shop? You want to come back to the shop with the nigga that you claim trying to make you his side chick?
Why? Like, do you not love yourself?
To the nigga that's downplaying y'all situation, like, I don't understand.
Right.
Like, I don't get it at all. I feel like Kat is lying. I feel like there are no text messages, because why would you talk about some text messages and not show nobody?
Right. Screenshots are forever.
Like, that's one. And two, God forgive me, and I'm not taking no digs at Kat's sexuality, but if I'm not mistaken, Kat has slept with a good part of the shop at this point. Am I right?
Yeah. Because when it was what? Ryan is okay. Let's talk. It's Ryan 4, or was it done?
It was 4.
4. Mm-hmm. 4. Shit.
Well, didn't Van say they kissed or some shit?
Yeah, Van. Van alleged they did something. He didn't go in detail, but he said they did something. He was like, he got a taste of something. So that's 3. So I mean, we can't count Junior because he just got there. But I mean, hey, so Kat,
everybody but Don.
Yeah, everybody but Don. So she done got around. Lord forgive us, but she done got around. So
she done been around the shop, and not to say that is anything wrong with that, but It's just that her track record is shaky.
Correct, and especially for the narrative that she's trying to paint that with her and Ryan. It's like, I don't know, sis.
It's kind of shaky. So
I'm just saying, the math ain't math.
yeah. So
Because, and we talked about this pregame. We fully believe that, again, Ryan trash for this shit. He really is on a multitude of levels. We just
yeah.
said that Cat story don't add up.
All her details not detailing.
Right. And next week, nigga, next week, Rachel's like, hey, I don't know if
In the
it's
preview, I don't know if she's snapping on Ryan or Cat.
right. She like, who is it? I don't know if she's talking to Ryan or Cat.
Yeah, so Ryan, I was like, Ryan live tweets a lot of the show. He's pretty active on Twitter. So I was reading his tweets when he was live tweeting the show, and he was saying that some of the scenes were edited to make it look like he was on some mad guilty shit. Because in the one scene, they show Cat walking in and then Ryan storm off.
Right.
Or get up and walk off.
Right.
He didn't storm off. He just got up and walked off. So Ryan was saying on Twitter, he since deleted the tweets. I wish I had screenshotted it. But he was saying that prior to him like walking away, like getting up and leaving the table, he was like, they had been sitting there all chilling for like a couple hours when like after Cat got there.
Right.
And then they were saying like the one scene where Nikki is like, damn, why'd you staring at Cat like a piece of meat? Go pay attention to your girlfriend, Ryan. Ryan was saying like the way that scene was filmed, him and Rachel wasn't even in the same vicinity as Cat when that was filmed.
Right.
So I firmly believe that, you know, of course they're gonna edit it to bring us the best theater as possible, but right. Yeah, Ryan is saying like a lot of that was edited together to make it look like he was on some guilty what the fuck shit. He was like, but it didn't really happen like that. So
I mean, I wouldn't put it past, because I mean, like, didn't we in Love and Hip Hop Hollywood when Bridget Kelly went on Joe Budden podcast when she was saying how they made it seem like she was stepping out on her
and they had been broken up.
Right, on Low Budget Dro, but they had been broken up.
Yep.
So I wouldn't put it past them. I mean, their job is to give us theater, and what better theater to give us than for it look like Ryan to be looking Cat
in a bathing suit looking like a naked mole rat in a one piece. Like,
correct. So I wouldn't put it past him. But
I don't put it past him. I just don't think that this situation is all what Cat is trying to shape it up to be, especially if you trying to come back to the same shop. So to me, that's a dead giveaway that Cat is lying and is possibly just trying to create some friction and keep her storyline so she could come back to the shop, because we only see Cat a couple times out in LA.
Yeah,
and then that's the one time when, like, okay, we gotta back up. I know we running long, but we covering 2 episodes of Black Ink and we covered Love and Hip Hop. But Ryan, when Ryan came back after he had been out the shop after he had his heart attack, when Ryan came back, he sent Cat work. Because that chick that Cat tattooed wanted Ryan to come out to LA and tattoo her.
Oh shit! Now that I didn't even
yes,
that part.
Yeah, if you ever get a chance to go back to the first episode when Ryan is back in the shop, that girl wanted Ryan to come out. Ryan was like, "I'm trying to get like my health back in order, so I'm not gonna be doing no flying right now." And Charmaine was like, "Well, do you mind if Cat does it?" He like, "Yeah, see if Cat can do it."
Well,
so my thing is like, this created beef, this created drama that Cat has in her mind with Ryan. It doesn't make sense to me, because if Ryan got that much of an issue with you, or he trying to get that far away from you, he not gonna let you. He not putting money in your pocket.
Right. He wouldn't be looking out for you if he didn't fuck with you.
And then she like in the text messages, Ryan is like, "You can always come back to the shop," and this, that, and the third. So I feel like Cat, in her mind, the situation was way deeper than what it was for Ryan. And I blame Ryan for that, because he really should have set the boundaries.
Yeah.
Because if Ryan's saying, like, you always family, you can always come back to the shop, he don't have no beef with you. And obviously, what y'all had didn't mean as much to him as you claim it meant to you. But she got to be honest about that.
Yeah, yeah. I think she can't come to grips with it, and it's evolved into whatever the fuck it is now.
Uh-huh.
Yep. So, uh, before we get up out of here, I think it is so. We can't, before we get up out of here, we can't not talk about Cobra Velvet, Cobra scamming ass girlfriend for
Ugh.
getting into it with Nikki, and how, in my opinion, I think it's really trash that of the people that know that Velvet ain't what she is, and playing Cobra, who all know Van, Junior, Don, and Four know, and ain't nobody told Cobra. I think that's trash.
So, um, okay, let's backtrack. Last week's episode, they all go to the strip club and Velvet is dancing, and Velvet is trying to give lap dances to the men of Nine Mag, and they are like, "Yo." So I'm gonna commend them because they didn't want shit to do with Velvet.
Yeah,
They
and
like,
then
"Yo, you Velvet girlfriend," and Velvet like, "Girlfriend, we
Cobra,
cool."
Cobra girlfriend.
But Cobra, sorry, yeah, Velvet like, "We cool," but I like dick.
And
Now
you know what? The
this
first thing,
is
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
this is totally opposite of what's been being shown because every time you get a chance, you trying to fuck Cobra.
Right.
And I'm not even being funny. Like, I don't want to say Cobra pussy whipped or nothing because every time we see Velvet, she is trying to have sex with Cobra.
Yeah. She really, like, Cobra is kind of more like reserved and like, hey, let's not do this in public and stuff. And every time we see Velvet and Cobra, Velvet pulling out her titty, trying to get Cobra to tongue her down right in front of downtown Chicago.
Exactly. So they like, whoa, this is crazy. So in this episode, so Cobra invited Velvet to the couples thing. And
Mhm.
so she came like a day or so later or whatever. She gets there and she is stripping for everybody else.
Right. And she's
Even
going,
if you're a stripper, nothing wrong with strippers, but at the very least, could you please get out of stripper mode while we on a couples trip? Act like you a couple and not a stripper that came to make some goddamn money.
yeah, that's why I'm like, some in the milk ain't clean with Velvet.
Velvet, I feel like Velvet is used. I feel like I do feel like Velvet likes women. I I do think she likes women. I think she's bisexual. No
I
big
was about
deal.
to say, like, when she said that I like dick, I'm like, well, I mean, have you
You
not heard?
like pussy too, so
Right, I was like, have you not heard of the term bisexual? That is a
so
thing.
Velvet does come across to be openly bisexual. No big deal.
Right.
But I do think that Velvet is using Cobra for some TV time.
I agree.
And that much is evident by her shenanigans when she's not around Cobra. Her shenanigans in the house. Because if you invite me on a couples trip, even if I'm a stripper, I'm not about to be stripping for everybody in the house. I'm
Right.
about to enjoy the person I came on this trip with.
Right. Out of respect for you, like, we supposed to be a thing. I'm not finna, no.
Nobody has told Cobra yet what Velvet said. None of the guys have. And I don't think they're doing it to be shady. I just think that they know that Cobra really likes Velvet and they don't want to hurt her feelings. I
Mm,
think that's one of the, like, I feel like that's a thing. And I also feel like if they told her while on the trip, it's going to make the trip even worse because motherfuckers already came to fight. And so,
yeah, we gonna get to that in a
like,
minute.
like Cobra finding out on that trip that Velvet denies that they together, like I feel like it would devastate Cobra
I
because
can,
she already take a lot of hits this season, and
yeah.
even last season on the show. Like she's already been a show punching bag for a long time.
Yeah.
So so
I can
yeah,
agree. I can,
I feel like they'll tell her, but I don't think they're gonna do it while they on this trip.
yeah. I don't, yeah, I can agree with that. I don't think they should do it on the trip, but I do think they should tell her because it's like, I mean, I just want to feel like I feel like they handled it perfectly at the club. I will give it to that. I ain't got no qualms about how they handled it at the club. But after that, it wouldn't if I can only speak for myself. Like it wouldn't feel right with me just knowing that, or at least being like, hey, this girl just using Cobra, and Cobra's supposed to be mad. That's supposed to be our family. It wouldn't just feel right with me.
Yeah, I definitely feel like they need to tell Cobra.
Yeah, not on the trip though. I agree, not on the trip.
Not on the trip. So Velvet starts stripping and twerking, and first of all, Velvet's not attractive to me. So like she don't look like she shower. So
she a butterhead.
Mm-hmm.
Everything look good, butterhead.
So she started twerking in for face, and we already know, like, Nikki is not with that shit.
Like as soon as I was like, oh, Velvet, you just don't know you in there, girl. Like, what?
And Nikki like move that shit over there, twerking the other direction. Velvet gets smart. I'm like, oh no, baby, what are you doing?
This ain't what you want. That ain't what you want. That is not what you want.
So they get to fighting, and Cobra is embarrassed. She like, yo, Velvet, why is you doing that? Like, right. Cobra seemed genuinely embarrassed. She like, yo, if the girl say get your ass out her man's face, get your ass out her man's face.
Right.
And
like,
the whole time, Ford don't look interested in the first place.
Right. He even looked uncomfortable. Then in his confession, he was like, "Oh hell, I don't even want to be here. This don't look good."
Yeah.
Like in his confessional, he looked just mad uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "I don't want anything to do with this." He was like, "I'm mad uncomfortable right now. I don't want to be here. Can we just move this somewhere else?"
Exactly.
So, and then on top of that, after Cobra get her and take her outside to try to calm her down, her ass go back in the room and back in the house and try to fight. I agree. I legit felt embarrassed for Cobra because she was so embarrassed. She was like, "What are you doing? Like, this is supposed to be a couple's trip. We're supposed to be having fun. Like, what are you doing fighting? And then like you in the wrong here. Like she asked you, what you doing in front of her man? She asked you to move it. Like, honor the request, move it.
Her man don't seem interested. She's not interested.
I agree. I feel so bad for Cobra. She was just so embarrassed, and like you said, she been taking L after L. I just was like, God damn.
Yep. Yeah, it was just like enough is enough.
And Nikki and look Cobra.
You can't get it out.
Cause okay, but cause Velvet really, I don't know what it is. Velvet just thinks she bad, and Nikki is not the one that you want to try to test.
Hey, Nikki always got hands on deck.
Always, she's a stay ready.
Always. Like if you get ready, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. They made that about Nikki.
Correct. She was a stay ready all-star.
So I'm just like, yo.
She always got time. I was just like, okay, all right, Velvet, okay. You gonna be red Velvet like that Outcast song, and you keep fucking around.
Listen, keep it up.
Keep it up, okay. Keep fucking around with them fuck arounds. Fuck around and get smoked. Okay. All right. But I think that's it. Is there anything else we needed to cover?
No. Junior and Lily fucked, and then they got into an argument.
Listen,
Lily, I'm really tired of Lily acting like she didn't get caught cheating on Junior.
Yes, that was like I think I live tweeted this when I live tweeted the episode. Because also, can we just discuss that Lily was dropping nigga just casually?
She said nigga?
Yeah. Go back and look at the episode. She said nigga when her and Ryan got into it. She was like, her and Ryan. I think I just fucked up your neck and you didn't know that.
Oh, nah. Yo, that shit got me a little tight.
Go back and look to the episode when her and Ryan got into it, when she pushed Ryan into the pool. She was like, this nigga acting like acting like a princess and all that shit. Well, no, she said that at the table, but she just casually dropped nigga when they got into it. I remember
Oh
that shit.
no.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
And because I remember because I tweeted it from the show page. I was like, Lily just casually dropping nigga and not taking responsibility and shit. She might have more in common with niggas than we think.
Right.
But yeah, she damn sure dropped that casual nigga to get into her around. She sure did.
Mm-mm. Oh nah.
Like, right. Oh no, baby, what did you do?
Pure trash.
Trash. Because she dead ass act like she really act like she didn't cheat on this nigga.
Yo,
She
that's the shit.
she like, why you crying? Like, what you talking about? Like, after you cheated on him, what the fuck you expect?
Yeah, she really be acting like he in the wrong.
Right. And Drew got fed up. He was like, look, I don't mean shit to her. She don't mean shit to me. Fuck it.
Exactly.
I can't even be mad at him. Like, I wish you would act like it's not a big deal if you two gonna be on national TV and you have
Oh, I got some tea. So, like, I fall in a rabbit hole when I go to Ryan's timeline on Twitter. I
nothing.
ended up because I went to it from the Twitter app for iPhone, the native app, and so it showed me the rest of the cast pages who on there. So I went to Lily Twitter, and she don't really got a lot of followers. So let Lily tell it. I went to her timeline. She was because she retweeted Nikki, and Nikki was like, they only show the bad side of you. Like, no, listen, mama, you fine as hell, but bitch, you always fighting. Like literally,
Right.
you is always fighting. You crazy as you batshit crazy. You fine, but you crazy, and you got to
Right. So
own
you
that.
not you not the most reliable source of information.
You got to own that. Now, goddamn it.
Right.
But Lily says that she wasn't the only one doing dirt. Apparently, Junior is got his ex living with him, and that's why she couldn't move in with him. And he not innocent, and blah blah blah. Like, yeah, but bitch, you the one got caught cheating on national TV. So
Like we
if Junior's smart enough to hide a whole ex, you could have been smart enough to hide the nigga you cheated with.
correct.
Like, don't try to put this on Junior because as it currently stands, it ain't no proof that he got a woman living with him and that he cheated on you. It is proof that you cheated on him and then post about it on Instagram, then had the nigga coming over Cobra House, then you got caught.
Correct. I was about to say from right now is there's no proof of Junior cheating, but it is proof of you cheating. And right now is your word against his, and you have already been proven not to be the most reliable source of information. So I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, you were like, I get it, but no.
Right. Like you like okay, but nah.
Like I get it, but nah.
Yeah. So I think that's everything. I think we got
Yeah.
everything.
Yep, that's everything.
So we are back on our regular scheduled programming. Thank you all for rocking with us. Again, like the show, share the show, give us ratings and reviews, and we'll read them. However you listen to us, and thank you so much for bearing with us while we had to move around these past couple of weeks with our guests, with especially with Tay and Curtis. And again, like I said, you'll hear Curtis once a month on this show. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in with us. Candace, you got anything for the folks? Oh, whoa! Before we leave,
Mm-hmm.
because I said I was gonna talk about this on the show before we get out of here. So let me share with y'all something. So this week, first of all, I would just like to say, our friends, Jade and XD, for a long time on their show, even before they lost one of their co-hosts, and even back to their two guys and a girl days, they had started a movement, Say No to Coworkers, which is still in effect. I have started a coalition with them, and we have evolved it into Niggas Against Coworkers. Because let me tell you about my damn coworkers. So these niggas decided that yesterday, because we're recording this on Friday, these niggas decided yesterday they was gonna have a hot dog hot look. And first of all, it wouldn't have been so bad if they just sent out, because they sent a department email. It wouldn't have been so bad if they were just like, hey, y'all, we gonna bring some food. We gonna have some hot dogs and stuff. We gonna bring some chips. You know, we just gonna bring lunch. These niggas said it was gonna be a potluck. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Like I'm thinking, you know, maybe they're gonna bring, you know, different styles of hot dogs. They're gonna bring a grill because we got space in the department in the office for a grill. I'm thinking maybe it'll be some kind of creativity, some pizzazz to it, y'all. These niggas bought some goddamn Oscar Mayer wieners and some ballpark Franks from Walmart, some stale ass buns, and cooked these shits in a motherfucking crock pot and brought them like fun bags, them big old bags, like you can get like 12 to 24 packs of chips in a bag for like $6 or some shit. They brought that and cooked some goddamn hot dogs in a crock pot and called it a potluck. Nigga. Nigga.
You working with some Russian spies.
And when I talked about this on Twitter, the first response was like, everybody was saying is that sounds mighty white. And I know it does. But my department full of niggas. It's like 3 white people in my department max. These niggas had a fucking hot dog potluck. First of all, who the fuck has a hot dog potluck? They don't even sound attractive. Like Kate Williams said,
I did not even know that black people really like hot dogs like that.
I do enjoy me a hot dog, but not like that. Like I eat the shit, but it's not like I'm just I want some hot dogs. Like I'm down for a hot dog. It's like it's okay to me. These niggas had a fucking hot dog potluck and then looked at me like I did something wrong when I was like, nah, I'm gonna go over here to the mall in the food court and get me some Chinese food. I come back, these motherfuckers giving me the stank eyes. I'm like, do y'all see that y'all cooking hot dogs in a goddamn crock pot? Y'all looking at me like I'm the problem. Like,
first of all, I'm just really confused because it like again, I did not know black people really like hot dogs to begin with because I'm gonna be honest, that wasn't a staple in our house. Like I could never, like my mother never just bought a pack of hot dogs. Like I just do not remember that. Like it would be times where we would do like chili cheese dog Fridays or some shit.
Yeah.
But my mother would go, "You greedy, mommy talk about food, you turning up." But my mom, like, if you gonna do like something like that, why y'all not doing chili dogs and chili cheese dogs? Fuck, like niggas was just eating hot dogs with ketchup and mustard, like,
yeah.
like no, like no sauerkraut, like no special condiments to go on them, no onions and no like niggas just had crock pot boiled hot dogs.
Yep. One person did bring some mac and cheese. And I ain't gonna lie, I did get some of that because the shit was fire. But other than that, you are absolutely correct.
Niggas brought mac and cheese to a hot dog potluck.
Yes.
A fucking wow.
Yes. Yes.
That sounds fucking terrible.
I got some of the mac and cheese. That shit was fire. But other than that, niggas had stale.
Niggas ain't had like, cause you know, like the vending cart, like the carts on the street in like downtowns, they be having like chili, they be having like the hot like sauerkraut, onions, and all kind of condiments and accessories for the hot dog and shit. Y'all didn't have none of that? Nobody brought no chili?
Nope.
No cheese?
They brought cheese.
The fuck is you doing with cheese on the hot dog with no chili? Hey, that is so disgusting. I'm hurt for you. Like, if I was you, I would go to HR. Like, if you gonna do a theme like that, like, it need to be fucking bomb. Like, okay, y'all, we about to have chili cheese hot dogs, and trust somebody to make some good ass chili, bring in some cheese, bring in some some chips, bring in like some onions, and like, cause sauerkraut tastes fucking amazing on the on certain types of hot dogs. But they was probably ballpark. They probably wasn't like kosher beef hot dogs and shit like that. So
right, there was Oscar Mayer win on ballpark.
Probably got them off the clearance rack.
Mm-hmm. Yep, probably got them at.
Hey, fuck your coworkers. I don't know what type of black people you working with.
I'm pretty sure they voted for Trump. Pretty sure.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure they Russians.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if I see him on Twitter as a bot following me.
With the last name Johnson.
Yeah. Johnson or Jackson. One of the two.
With a black and white Avi.
Mm-hmm. We're talking about blacks rule.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Yep. Sorry you had to endure that.
Right.
It's a rough week.
Right. Rough week. That's why I listen. That's why I got this wine with me and I got this chicken, and I was like, I'm gonna kick my feet up and we record, and then after we record, I'm gonna kick my feet up and relax because I had a stressful week. So, but yeah, say no to co-workers. Join the coalition, niggas against.
Say no to hot dog potlucks.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Hey, shout out to everybody because shout out to everybody because y'all had me fucking howling at work when I was tweeting about this shit and everybody's reaction, and then I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna make this shit funny. I did a poll and I asked if you would go to a hot dog potluck. Shout out to the 5% of y'all that said yes, and I'm pretty sure y'all were trolling. Shout out to y'all, I did appreciate that, but everybody, I had yes, no, and what the fuck was that? And damn near like 70% of everybody said, what the fuck was that? I love y'all. I swear I do. Oh shit. Y'all niggas know y'all can turn shit to sugar. I swear. When y'all ain't being ashy, y'all can make everything fucking hilarious. But you got anything in the church announcements?
No. Guys, okay. Sorry we running over, but y'all haven't gotten a show with just me and Jeremy in a while, so y'all gonna love it. Y'all gonna like it. Y'all gonna appreciate us. Okay, so Halloween just passed, and shout out to all the cute costumes and the cute babies and their cute costumes. Loved it.
Yes.
Okay, so a picture has been circulating around social media. I've seen it on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, seen it everywhere at this point. But a guy is dressed up as a Black Greek organization, and listen,
I don't think I've seen this.
Black Greeks have kind of lost their marbles because as the picture hit, the picture is like, it's like the picture, the dude posted a picture of himself dressed as a Black Greek org member, and somebody like, you gonna get in trouble, and the nigga was like, well, who don't like So the question is coming from all the Black Greeks, like, is this disrespectful? And so Black Greeks on Twitter reacted really badly. And what happens when you react on Twitter? The jokes just keep coming. They just keep rolling. So the Black Greeks on Twitter compared dressing up as one of them for Halloween. They likened that to Native American appropriation.
Oh no, baby, what is you doing? Oh no.
Yep, I think the guy deleted the original tweet, but it says something like, so keep that same energy the next time Native Americans are telling people don't dress up as Indians for Halloween.
Niggas love saying keep up that same energy for shit that they don't even do. But continue.
So after that, so then that was that. So they said that it was appropriation to for a black person to dress up as a black Greek org was appropriation. Um, they liken themselves to Bloods.
Oh, wow. What? Oh, all
One
right.
black Greek said, "Okay, but I don't see niggas dressing up as Bloods and Crips for Halloween. So why y'all dressing up like y'all in black Greek orgs?"
Mm.
And then the final one was, y'all do what y'all want, but don't be mad when you find somebody in a black Greek org foot on your throat for disrespect. Y'all niggas is threatening violence against other black people over black Greek orgs that spun off from white fraternities and sororities because they wouldn't let black people in. Is that what I'm to understand?
I, wow. Wow.
Now it's amazing that these organizations exist. It's nice to have the brotherhood and the sisterhood in college and build lifelong friendships and a network of, connections and people and all of
Right.
that kind of stuff. But the fact of the matter is the history of these organizations is that they were created because we weren't allowed into white ones.
Right.
And the fact of the matter is since when are black people exempt from uh I don't know. I the lines of appropriation get skewed, but I don't feel like a black person dressing up like that qualifies as appropriation.
Yeah. The rules of appropriation always change, and I never know the rules, and I never, like, and I'm not saying this like pejoratively or anything. I never know, so I just kind of stay out of that fight. Like the only appropriation that I'm really here to get in arms about is Chanel West Coast. Now, I will fight to the death about that. But other than that,
Well, I'm not even being funny, but ain't that one white dude that ain't it a white Kappa that the internet has given so much praise and glory to? No, I'm
I've
talking
heard,
about the Sam Whiteout dude.
yeah, yeah. Well, I
Ain't
didn't know it was him. I didn't know it was him. But I have heard of like, Twitter, because folks good for being shady but not adding who they shading. So I've heard of that, but I just never know who it was.
Yeah, he's like a Kappa, if I'm not mistaken. He's white Kappa, and he be shimmying all over. He went viral for shimmying all over the goddamn internet. So I'm just like saying, like, I don't know. It's a costume. Like, what if the police could arrest people for dressing as police officers? What if PETA started campaigning about people being cats and shit for Halloween and sexy bunny rabbits? And
And you
what
and
if
you
Playboy what
they
if
add
Playboy what if Playboy sent out cease and desist notices because women was dressing as Playboy bunnies for Halloween? Like for this to be the hill that y'all are dying on. Now, if this was any other, if a nigga just put this shit up on like a Tuesday, December 13th, I might see like, okay, this is kind of weird and disrespectful. Like, for what reason do you have to be impersonating one of us? But literally, the person is like, it's a Halloween costume. No disrespect is meant. And y'all about to die on the hill over a black person dressing like one of y'all, like it was, and then to compare it to like Native American appropriation and Native American genocide, and
yeah,
you talking about y'all like
that's a
when
that's
y'all get treated, y'all don't do that to Bloods, but you do it to us, and you'll get your ass beat. Like,
that's just a
is y'all
weird
niggas
that's a weird hill to down and a weird stance to have. And I,
on Halloween?
on Halloween, dog. I don't. It's a lot of stuff I care about, and for the most part, if I don't really care about it, I pretty much stay out of it. And if I don't know, I just stay out of it. But that's one hill that I don't. That's not a hill I'm willing to die on. And I mean, if we want to really talk about some shit of substance, we could talk about these black frats and black fraternities and how
Oh, somebody shook the table really bad and was like, y'all, why y'all don't use this same energy when you get on your frat brothers for sexually assaulting and abusing women?
Yeah, come on now, because that show I was about to go. I just didn't have the words for it, but come on now, like.
Oh yeah, somebody said fuck shaking the table. They flipped the table over with that one. Was like, where's all this energy with your frat brothers who rape and sexually assault women on a regular basis?
I'm trying to tell you, come on now. I mean, keep that same energy. So
it got quiet after that.
Of course,
then niggas started talking about y'all got all this. Why don't y'all go raise y'all families instead of discussing Black Greeks? And I was like, oh yeah,
that's where that came from.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, y'all tingling now.
Oh, so that's where that came from. Because I was like, because I saw it, but I didn't know where that came from. Because I know, like, it was. So that's where that came from. See, niggas love shifting the narrative. Niggas love shifting the narrative and avoiding accountability, boy.
Like I said, I understand the point that they're making, but it wasn't as if this was any old other day when the person identified in their Instagram posted like it's a costume. I was just doing this for Halloween. So it was like, y'all going down this hill when the person said it's a costume. They're like, we work hard for these letters. Don't try to dress up as us. Like, well, nobody should dress up as Halloween then. Because cats work hard at drinking milk out of saucer. Don't you dress up as no goddamn cat. Pumpkins work hard at growing. Don't you dress your kid as no goddamn pumpkin. Like, if that's the stance you're going to take, don't celebrate Halloween, period. Don't go to no Halloween parties. Don't hand out no candy because literally I don't really consider it a holiday, but it's a day all about dressing up as something other than yourself.
Right. I don't know. Niggas are weird. Niggas are weird.
Yeah, stop dying on weird heels. I don't care who you are. Just stop. Everything don't have to be a battle that you want to fight head on. With full armor and shit like that. Like certain shit you could gloss over it.
I do it all the time. It's plenty of shit I care about, but it's also plenty of shit I don't. And you know what? Instead of arguing with people when it's something I don't care about, I go do something I enjoy.
Exactly. Cause you know why? Cause you're not an asshole.
That is correct.
In that sense. Like
wow, I count that.
Yeah, in that sense. You are an asshole, but not in that sense. When it comes to picking and choosing your battles, you are a logical adult who doesn't feel a need to die on every single hill.
Nah, you can't call me no damn asshole from you dealing with you and Curtis ass in the damn group chat, nigga.
That's how I know that you're an asshole, because you got to be some type of an asshole to be able to go toe for toe with me. And we have our days where you could go toe to toe with your shenanigans, and I'd be like, this nigga is a terrorist.
Well, that is why we friends. So yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. But all right, y'all. We're gonna
so we getting out of here, man. Y'all have a good weekend. Y'all have a good week. We see y'all Monday to live tweet, and we be back recording Friday.
Ooh, and then we're gonna have Real Housewives of Atlanta to talk about too.
Woo, we back, baby. We live. We live. And Married to Medicine coming back too, I think. I don't know if you ever watched that, but it's dramatic too.
We can add it to the docket. I have no qualms about adding it to the docket.
All right, we'll see y'all next week.
All right, we out.